All right, Jeremiah Day. Hello. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011153, State versus Jeremiah Day. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ashley Jones.
Defense.
Irene Acosta.
And are you Mr. Day?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your clients?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Day, did you review the document entitled application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Judge. The state is going to waive counts 1 and 2 and proceed on count 3 only.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in count 3, you're charged with tampering or fabrication, physical evidence with intent to impair as a 3rd-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Day, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 3. There's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. This is the run concurrent with 2024 CC 737065. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be 40 hours of community service restitution. There be no contact with Carlicia, Karlashia Johnson. Anger management, TAP evaluation, follow recommendations, MRT, and no firearm possession. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count 3, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State offers states exhibits 1 and all attachments, including states exhibit 1A.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, when we were off the record, both parties had stated to the court that they had a DVD that they wished the court to review. And the court did review that, and there was no objections to the court reviewing that before the waivers and exhibits were taken into evidence. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state did have the court did have an opportunity to review the disc. All right, Mr. Day, did you review the document entitled waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachment, and so the record is clear. The only thing that the court reviewed or listened to was the DVD. The court did not review the other stipulations. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me listen to one thing on this DV again. All right, just 1 second.
Sure, Judge. Did the court have an opportunity to review my timestamp that I submitted?
After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, I need the disc.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Day is 19 years old. He would like to work as a roofer potentially soon. He does not have a GED. He does not have a high school diploma. He would like to obtain one. And he does plan on moving forward being a more functional member of society. He's very young. He's going to be living with his mother. And I believe that he has the support available to allow that to happen. But I do think that getting his GED or some type of diploma would benefit him. I don't believe that there's any other mental health diagnoses that I'm aware of. In speaking with him, aside from, I believe, ADHD, but I think getting his diploma would help.
All right. Have you ever had employment? Doing what? All right. Why are you arguing with your sister over a charger?
She started it. It was really that.
All right. I see now the reason why they're recommending the MRT. I don't know how getting into an argument with your sister, and how old is she? She's 16. You're 19. You're getting in an argument with a 16-year-old, and this turns into a weapon and destroying a weapon. So what were you planning on doing? Were you planning on injuring your sister? Then why would you even do this? I don't understand what's wrong with young people today. You're bringing nothing to the table. You don't have your GED. Public education is free. And as I tell everybody, people come over here from other countries, don't even speak English language. And the next thing you know, that person is the valedictorian of your school or first in your class, because other people don't want to take advantage of the free opportunities that you have here. Slaves were not allowed to read or write. And they ended up sometimes, to their detriment, to their death, learning how to read and write. And here you are with free education, and you don't take advantage of it. All you're doing is hanging around with your hoodlum friends. And I'm going to say hoodlum friends, because they're not up to anything. You're not up to any good. You're at the Bexar County Jail, and I'm sure your attorney told you not to make phone calls. You're not listening. And probably if you didn't make that phone call at the jail, you probably wouldn't even be here. And don't tell me you didn't know the phone was recorded, because every time at the Bexar County Jail, and I would tell my clients too, I don't know why you get an attitude with me, because I'll give you 180 days at the state jail facility to give you a little taste of what it is. I know that every time there's a phone call made from the jail, what ends up happening is they give the defendant's name, SID number, and they tell you that this call is being recorded. But you still going forward with that nonsense, trying to injure your sister who's only 16 over a phone charger that probably neither one of you paid for. Your mom is probably the only person who's working, and you all are doing stupid stuff. And now, look at you now. You're in an orange uniform, no education, with a SID number, and now you're going to be on paper, and you're going to have this felony following you around wherever you go, because you don't want to get your education, and you want to hang out with some thugs because y'all are watching video games or whatever nonsense y'all are doing, Fast and the Furious or The Godfather, and think that this is what life is about. That whole little thing that I read in the waiver, you all could have ended up getting killed running around with a gun, you and your friend. And then you know what would end up happening? Your mom would have been crying on the news asking people to do a GoFundMe. I do think he needs some jail time. He has some issues. He has attitude issues, and he has learned nothing from this entire thing. So, counsel, do you want to tell me why I shouldn't give him a taste of the state jail facility to get his attitude in check?
Your Honor, I think he's been in custody for, I believe, 90 days now. And in speaking with him, he wants to get back to work. He wants to get his education. I think that that time period in the facility already, or in Bexar County Jail, has given him at least a taste of what it could be. And I think that in this situation, giving him the opportunity to get his education and get back on track is warranted. He's young, and I understand that he could be sentenced and go to a state jail facility, but I don't think that that would benefit him. I think that if we're looking at rehabilitation, getting his education, taking the courses that the state recommended, and doing what he needs to do while being supervised by Bear County would better serve him.
State?
Your Honor, the defendant does not have much criminal history, at least in the way of any convictions. Given his age and given his acceptance of responsibility, the state would recommend going forward with our recommendation for deferred.
Do you have any children? Please tell me you don't have any children. Well, I want you to be truthful, but I'm hoping you don't have any children because you're not ready for them. Do you have any children? Probation, what do you think about the conditions of MRT and anger management?
Judge, I think those would be good. I would also probably add the safety course.
All right, thank you. All right, the court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Carlicia Johnson. And you say that he would be living with his mom. Where is the 16-year-old going to be living?
That's his stepsister, Your Honor. She doesn't live at the same residence.
All right, so there'll be no contact with Carlicia Johnson. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, (100 hours of community service restitution). You're either obtaining your GED or you're going to obtain some kind of trade school certificate. Do you understand? Once he does that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Anger management, firearm safety course, the MRT. The MRT is supposed to help you make decisions, correct decisions, think things through before you act. Now, with regards to the TAP evaluation, have you used any drugs in the past? No marijuana? No alcohol? All right, TAP evaluation, that can be done out of custody. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month for 8 months. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Anything else you need from the court? All right, this will run concurrent with 2024 CC 737065. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You had better start making better choices. Yep, still has the attitude. I still think I should have sent him to prison as a condition.
Judge, may I be excused?
Yes.
Okay.